Okay, so today I'm going to do a Mila Kunis look, and it's the one that I've been meaning to do for quite some time, and it was her Cosmopolitan look. I can't remember, or her cover look. I can't remember what month it was, but I'll have it either above or below because it's absolutely beautiful and breathtaking. And let's get started. I've already done my foundation, my eyebrows, my lashes, and because she's so much tanner than I am, I did darker around the outside. I did some bronzer, and then I did lighter just right in the center part. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some from MAC. My crease color is going to be Satin Taupe from MAC and Tracks. So a mixture of those two together. And then my brow bone, I'm going to combine a few as well. It's going to be Blanc Type from MAC, which is just a very matte cream. Vapor from MAC, which has a touch of pink to it and sparkle. And then one from our Kohl's palette. This one's called Silk. And if you'll look at my Kohl's palette, I named them all so that you guys could use the same one that I'm using, and that one's Silk. So let's use a Urban Decay Primer Potion first. No. How could I have forgotten that yesterday, finally, I went out and got the Aquatique from Lancome. People have been raving about this eye primer. And it's a waterproof primer. And so and this is in, it just says nude on the back. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to be putting it to the test as far as waterproof stuff is concerned. I'm going to put it on, put my foundation, or put my eyeshadow on, and then like stick my head in a bowl or something like that, something fun. Anyway, I'm going to use this first. And since you saw me just open it, this is the very first time I've ever used it. And first of all, in love with the color. Very in love with the color. It's very similar in its consistency to MAC's base, the Paint Pot Painterly. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the form that it comes in so that I can use a brush or my finger, whatever. Now I'm going to be using a 239 from MAC, or you can use, can you see that? It's kind of bright. Oh, that works. Or you can use the Maxine's Mop, and I'm gonna dip into all three of those colors and tap it off for my brow bone. And with the tip of the brush, I'm going to put it into Vapor and go right underneath my brow bone right here. Not my brow bone, sorry, my brow. All right, now I'm going to take two different brushes. The first brush I'm going to use is my the E25, because it's a little bit fluffier. Hold it over there so you can see. And it already has some of my contouring that I used on my nose. And then a clean 217 brush, because I don't want this, I want this color to be concentrated, and I don't want it to go all over the place, or else I would use my 224. So I'm going to dip in the Satin Taupe and the Tracks and go a little bit above, just a little tiny bit above my crease. And just use the tip. This brush is for placement, not for blending at this point. That's what our 217 is for. Now once I've gotten the base for that color on, I'm going to go back into the Satin Taupe, which looks more like that. Wipe your brush off a little bit. Get a little bit more. And pull it just a little bit more up on the outer corner. And when there's not much left on your brush, take it down all over your lid. Most of the color is going to be in your crease though, because there was more product on your brush. Now with your clean 217, just go in and buff that out a little bit. But not too much. If you'll notice in the picture, hers is still pretty concentrated in those areas. Okay, now I'm going to take a pencil brush. The one I'll be using is the 219, I believe. Yeah, 219 from MAC. I'll be putting it back in the satin taupe in the purple and pulling it underneath my eyes. There's our look so far. Now we're gonna do liner. I'm going to be using my fluid line from MAC, which is just a black. It's called Black Track. And then I'll be using this brush that I use from the craft store. Hers is pretty thick. And let's see how I do this with already having lashes on. Alright, so her liner is pretty thick, and then I just pulled it out and flipped it up at the end, and go ahead and do that to the other eye. So there's our eyeliner, nice and thick and winged out at the ends. Now I'm going to take my black pencil. This is, oh dear, Smolder from MAC. It's just your everyday black pencil. Put this on the lower waterline and also the upper waterline as well. Remember, like always, to really get it into the lash line, because she has pretty thick liner on the bottom as well. So we'll take the 219 brush that we had and blend that down into the shadow we've already put down there. Because I don't want this to run, I'm going to be using that fluid line again from MAC, because it's waterproof, and I'll bring that into the corner. To set that eyeliner, make it stay longer and make it not run everywhere, just take any matte black color that you have and set it. For cheek color, it's very bronzy on her face, so I'm going to use my Coastal Scents palette. I'm going to be using a combination of this one down here and then this one right here. And I'll be using, because I want it to go and be a little bit fluffier, I'm actually going to use a craft store blush brush. This is the Low Cornell Extra Large Round Mop. And right there in the apple where you smile. Now I want to use a color that is close to a flesh color. And so, let's see. I'll be using Blonde Venus. That's from NARS. And that one looks like this. Has a little bit of a brownish tint to it, but if you'll notice, it goes on very sheer. And then I'll be using the gloss is Bare by Mud, Makeup Designery. Just be using my finger. This is, if you're looking for a gloss that's just very sheer, but also close to your skin color and tone, this is a great gloss. I try to keep gloss from over there. I try to just put it in here and right up there. That works best for me. But yeah, this is my interpretation of her look. We have a nice, deep, smoldering eye. I'll zoom out here so you can see it. This can work on any eye color, but for those of you that have brown eyes, those purples and the taupes are just gonna look absolutely beautiful on you. So go ahead and try it. Let me know what you think and talk to you guys later. Bye.